Welcome to Lovely T's Kitchen. Today we're going to do a stuffed steak with our lovely potatoes with our lovely Alfredo sauce. We have our cilantro, top sirloin steak. We have our Parmesan cheese, 2 of them. We have our cream cheese, heavy cream, mozzarella, yellow onion. We have yellow potatoes, ginger. Make sure you get this professional, this pro twine, because it needs to go into the oven. Chives, paprika with the hot pepper, with your red pepper, a little spice, our turmeric, basil. We have our spinach, regular black pepper, regular salt, and we have our bell peppers, yellow, orange, and red. Now let's get to work. Okay, we are going to saute our spinach, which is 5 ounces. We're going to wash it and we are going to saute it. We're going to put our seasonings in it, so make sure you put all of them in there. The ginger, the garlic, the cilantro, the chives, the paprika, the turmeric. You want to put all of that in there. So you want to put your salt and pepper and your black pepper. You want to put all of that in this skillet right here. You're going to use this oil or whatever type of oil you want. You want to just coat it and spray it. You want to turn on your heat medium. You want to put 1 tablespoon of each of these seasonings. Now the salt and pepper is to taste, but 1 tablespoon paprika, chives, turmeric, garlic, cilantro, garlic, 1 tablespoon. That's all you need. So let's get with it. Okay, so we have our spinach and our seasonings sauteing. This right here is going to be a orange bell pepper. 1 cup. 1 cup. That's how you're going to cut your yellow, your red. We want 1 cup. You're going to do your yellow onion the same way. And then, of course, you want to wash everything. Wash off your bell peppers. Then you're going to add to it. And let's get the other bell peppers cut in the 1 onion. So a total of 3 bell peppers diced up to equal out to 1 cup and 1 yellow onion. And we're going to saute 1 teaspoon of each seasoning. Your cilantro, your basil, your garlic, your paprika, your salt, your chives, your turmeric. Make sure you do the salt and pepper. The salt and pepper is to taste. So if you want a little bit more salt and pepper, definitely. But everything else, 1 teaspoon. You're going to take it, put it in the middle, and then you're going to rub it real good on the outside and the inside. And then you're going to let this go for 15 minutes. After you do that, you're going to take a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. And then you're going to put it in the middle of these beautiful steaks. You're going to set your oven for 350 And then you're going to put it in the middle of these beautiful steaks, and you're going to wrap them and you're going to tie them up. Okay, so then you're going to take your mozzarella cheese and then you're going to put it on top of your vegetables and your spinach, which is a vegetable as well. You're going to put that cheese on top. You're going to take your hand, put it in a package, sprinkle it on there. I'm a cheese lover, so I put a little bit more. Hey, Tony, guess what? You ran into a big steak. You said 1 tablespoon. That wasn't enough, so you put just a little bit more. That's what we do. Now we're going to wrap this up, tie it up, and then your oven is on 350. We're going to keep that in the oven for 1 hour. 1 hour. Look at that. Okay, let's get to rolling. Okay, so we put a half a cup of water. Can't really see, but I have a half a cup of water. We have our steaks tied up, and we're going to lay them in here. You just want to tie them up. Here we go. Make sure it's 350. And then you're going to put your chives on top. Just sprinkle some chives on top. 350. And keep it in there for 1 hour. Chives on top. A half of a cup of water. 350. Stuffing inside. 1 hour. So we have our yellow bag of potatoes, which the yellow bag that I have was 5 pounds. These potatoes are quite big. So I'm going to go ahead and peel all of them just because we love potatoes. But on a normal, if it's just like 2 people, you would only do like 6. I'm going to go ahead and do it because I probably take stuff for lunch or whatever. But make sure you peel them. Make sure you wash them first in cold water. Wash them real good. Peel them. You're going to cut them in 4s. And then you're going to put it on medium heat. You're going to just boil them just enough where the fork goes all the way through. So when that fork goes all the way through where it's tender enough, then that is it. Just turn it off, drain the water out. Make sure before you put it in the water, you put salt and pepper to taste. Put a tablespoon of butter or whatever type of oil you use in the pot of water. It's all about seasoning for me. So make sure you season them really good. Salt and pepper to taste. And make sure you put your butter in there. So if you have a problem with butter, whatever type of flavoring you want, like oil, olive oil, some type of oil, or I will prefer butter, but whatever you use, spray them down real good. Olive oil, rub them down real good. Whatever you use as far as oil. Since I had a bigger potato, you're going to have to cut it a little bit more. Now, if you had like a regular sized potato, then you're just going to cut it in 4s and call it a day. You see that I already put my salt and pepper to taste. You mix it all the way in there. Put your butter or whatever type of oil you want to do that. Just do 2 tablespoons of that. If it's the liquids, if it's just say if it's just regular butter, just do a tablespoon and put your water in there, let it boil for 30 minutes. You can expedite 10 minutes, just put the top on it, and then it would take 20. So let's get rolling. Okay, so if you have problems with measuring or anything like that, this is a little chart. So 1 tablespoon, 2, and so on. So if you're using just regular butter, 1 tablespoon. If you're using some type of oil, do 2 tablespoons. And you're going to put that in your potatoes. We're making our Alfredo sauce. We have 2 tablespoons of butter. We are going to do 2 tablespoons of the cream cheese and 1 teaspoon of the garlic. 1 teaspoon, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons. So 2, and then 1 teaspoon. Okay, you have your garlic, you have your butter, and you have your cream cheese. And you're going to kind of stir this up because you want to mash it up the best way you can. So you want to mash it up as much as you can. Do not let this burn. So as soon as you mash it up really well, and it's going to start simmering. So do not let it burn because it will. You're going to put it on medium heat. Put it on medium heat. Do not let this burn. As soon as you mash it up really well, then you're going to take 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. 2 cups. 2 cups of the heavy whipping cream. And then you're going to pour this in here. Make sure you have a consistent with stirring. You're going to stir that up really, really well. And then you're going to add your Parmesan cheese. Now, I use the 5 ounce. You can get a bigger one. So I use 2 of these because I love cheese. And the more you put in here, the thicker it's going to get. So if you don't want it to be real thick, don't put all of this in there. You want this heavy cream to come to a simmer. The little specks that you see is the butter. You want to keep mixing it up so it can kind of all blend together so you don't see those yellow spots. You want this to come to like a simmer, not a full boil, but just a simmer. Then you're going to put your cheese in there. You're going to add salt and pepper to taste. And then your homemade Alfredo sauce is completed. Okay, so I love a lot of cheese. I end up using just 1 of these because it's not just me eating it. So I need to be thoughtful. So anywho, we have our Alfredo sauce completed. And it's got to cool off. The more it cools off, the more the flavor activates. So we have our potatoes drained, which is amazing. So we are also going to do sauteed green beans. So I got this bag of fresh green beans, put it in a microwave for 2 minutes, and then I am going to put it in a saute pan or a skillet. Put your canola oil or whatever type of oil you use. Just kind of spray the pan. Put your garlic. Put like a teaspoon of garlic and a teaspoon of basil. Saute it really nicely. Salt and pepper to taste. And oh my goodness. Okay, our meat is done. So now we're just going to slice it. Okay, we have our vegetables at the bottom. We have carved our meat. Now we're going to put our Alfredo sauce on top. We're going to put our potatoes and our sauteed green beans. What a wonderful Valentine's meal to make. That would be really nice for Valentine's. And oh my goodness, have some red wine. Ooh. Thank you for joining us today at Lovely T's Kitchen. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.